Hold on.
She had to get that bite. I'm telling you, this churrasco blend will do it to you.
Warning. This episode of What's the Biz has been reported by consumers to cause hunger pains, increased salivation, and addiction to Simply Savory by Rachel's gourmet seasonings. Please continue to season your food. Thank you.
Reminds me of a story. You have to understand how things are up here. Thank you very much. Reminds me of a story.
What's up, everybody? It's TJ here with What's the Biz with TJ, and I'm here with Rachel from Simply Savory by Rachel. And I'm so excited because y'all know I like to eat.
So today, like before you leave, you're going to get to have these chicken fajitas made with the churrasco blend. And there's nothing else on it. It's just some chopped boneless, skinless chicken breast and this churrasco seasoning. But that's after the interview. So you get to just smell that.
Yes, while we doing this, I get to smell it.
Maybe we better check on it. Make sure it's okay.
Well,
Just a peek.
okay, it's fine.
No, I think I saw something. Oh, nope. I was wrong. Looks okay.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. I know like the whole city knows you. If y'all don't, I don't know where y'all been, under a rock. But like, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So the quick version, I grew up here in Dayton. I went to school at Florida A&M University in Tallahassee, Florida, best university on this side of God's heaven. And then so met my husband, we got married, had our daughter, moved back home. At our wedding, we gave everybody this small little sample of a seasoning blend. It's something I had just been using on a regular basis. People kept asking, like, hey, well, how do you make these meals? What do you use? What do you use? And we were just giving people samples. And finally, last year in 2019, we were like, you know, let's just go ahead. And so that's where Simply Savory by Rachel was formed. It started off with 3 blends, the churrasco, the Gem City, and the barbecue, which I don't have here. And so since then, we have about 14 blends now. We have a spice box. And so my family, my mom owns the catering company, All Things Savory Catering. I work for her with that.
Aww.
You know her also as Southern Fried Inside. She set up on the weekend with her fried fish and fried chicken. My daughter, she's 8. Her and my nephew own Frick and Frack's Cookie Jar.
Aww.
So it's kind of like in the family. But Simply Savory by Rachel is kind of like my baby because I believe that you should season your food. People, just season your food. I just find it hard to believe that spices were stolen from countries and people act like they can't use them.
So your grandma, like, who's the matriarch that was like, this family's gonna cook the food?
My paternal grandmother, she died Thanksgiving 1992. She was always a cook. She owned a restaurant in Buffalo, New York, before she died. And so I feel like I kind of like got channel all of that. And my mother is the cook extraordinaire. I remember in school, since elementary, middle high, my mother was always cooking for people. She did all the meals for the athletic departments, for the different events at school, things at church. And so finally, I remember telling her when I came back home from college, I was like, Mom, we just need to make this a business. And so I kind of got, her LLC, got her licenses and everything. My younger brother, we talked about him with my single younger brother. He's a great
He is
cook.
not single.
I know. Now listen, my godsister said he is spoken for because she found somebody for him anyway. So I'm
that's
just
why
saying,
she was saying that. So he
she
really is
said-
single.
He is a great chef. Like, he's like a grill master. My husband cooks. My dad cooks. My youngest sister, she's like super cook extraordinaire.
So what do we have here?
So right here, what you were serving a moment ago, this is just simply some boneless, skinless chicken breast that we had cut really thin. I'm just moving out the way because you know how I feel about raw meat. And so we used a little bit of olive oil, but of course, you know me, we had to add butter and nothing else. We didn't add salt, pepper, and this is just the churrasco blend. These blends are complete seasonings, meaning you don't have to add anything else if you don't want to. The goal for these seasoning blends was to be for people to just be able to shake and cook, and that's it. So that's all you have to do. We added chopped red bell pepper, red onion, and yellow bell pepper. But once again, you can add what you want. If you got green bell pepper, you got purple bell pepper. Like, I grow purple bell peppers in my garden. I can throw that in there. So whatever kind of bell pepper, if you wanted to throw squash in there for your fajita, that's on you, bro. Do you?
Yes.
But and this could easily become a stir fry to put over rice. So if you didn't want to put it on the fajita, you could add, you know, some green vegetable and serve this over rice.
Yeah.
So that's the
sounds
beauty.
good.
Yeah, don't box yourself in. You know what I mean? So that's what I want to tell people about cooking. So go
Don't
ahead and
do
give
that.
that a start.
So what made you start your own seasoning?
So after everybody kept asking me, like, how do you make this? How do you make that? How do you make this? And I'm like, I was making, like I said, I was making those small little containers
for
of
your
seasoning
wedding.
for
Okay.
people after the wedding. I was just like, you know what? If people were asking, why not create?
I'll stir this up.
Stir it up. So what you can do is, I want you to go ahead and put some on here. And I use the mini street ones because I just like those with portions. That's fine. Okay. I mean, it's up to you if you don't want. But I like using, this is some crumbling cheese, the Mexican crumbling cheese. You can get cotija, whatever you want. Little cilantro, if that floats your boat. But I literally, you can put a little bit more chicken on here, you know, for a picture. I don't want people to think that I'm starving the folk out here, y'all. Don't judge me. And just like that, I serve it with a little bit of lime. And there,
Look how cute that is.
Yes.
And you about to get me married.
see, look, if you hit that wall. And that's it, you guys. It's so simple. This took us, what, like 15 minutes?
Yeah.
And that's yours to taste.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. You know what? Forget it.
Go ahead.
It's now.
Because
Okay.
while you biting that one, I'm going to take the low carb approach. You get that hit of lime? You just really want to tear into it, don't you? Nobody's judging. These are some of the other ones. I started off with the Gem City blend, butter cinnamon toast. I love that because it's like eating the old school cinnamon toast. I use it on my sweet potatoes, my oatmeal. I make cinnamon rolls with it.
What is it about cooking that you really love? Like, I absolutely hate it. Like, so to fathom that somebody loves being in the
I love
kitchen, whipping it, like, why?
I love it because it showcases love. I think like my earliest memories and recollections of cooking have been my grandmother and my mother in the kitchen cooking for family. And when I remember the 50, 60 people at one time, family members, it was always around food. Food has just become a part. Like, it's when people say the way to somebody's heart is through their stomach. I just love cooking for people. She had to go back. They say the true story when somebody goes back for a second bite. I'm not counting, but I think that's 3. So you're making me feel real good about that. And I love making people happy with food. So that's another reason.
I'll start coming over.
Come on, look, you know where I live now. But it's just amazing when you can. It's just like an artist. Like, people are like, I look at people like, why are you painting? Like, why are you sitting up in there? But I understand because that's their medium. That's how they express themselves. Cooking is how I express myself. It's my work of art.
So, can you tell us what's next for you and what can we expect?
So,
Give us the
the
exclusive.
ultimate goal.
Well,
the
you have a new
exclusive.
seasoning box out.
I do.
Okay.
The seasoning box. So when we launched this back in July, we started with 3. It was lemon pepper, fusion curry, and the black umami. I don't have the black umami. That one went really fast. And each month since then, we've had 3 different exclusive seasonings that aren't in the bottle. You can only get them in the spice box. And so we're going to continue doing that. But the ultimate goal, I would love to have a little, like, small 300 square foot space where people can just come in, experience the seasonings. They can taste them, they can smell them, and purchase seasonings from all over the world. Instead of the stuff, like, there's nothing wrong with going to the grocery store and getting a little dollar bottle of seasoning, but it is true that you get what you pay for. And I want people to have an amazing experience when they open that seasoning, when they cook with it, they smell it, they taste it. All of that is in Simply Savory by Rachel.
Cool. I love that.
If you got a talker at home, your spouse, I'm not saying that they talk too much and you want them to shut up. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that if you give them some good food, put it in their mouth. That's all I'm saying.
I know that shut me up.
So just free advice for y'all out there.
All right, perfect. So
And season your food
Oh yeah,
and clean chicken.
that's a good reminder. And you got T-shirts coming out too.
Yes, the
with
season
those
your
messages.
food and till the ancestors say stop. So if you sitting there trying to figure out how much y'all put down to that.
They gonna tap
I know
you
people
on the
don't like
shoulder.
that, but you know what? That's why I like it. I don't do glam food.
All right, cool. You need that to be a shirt. So thank you so
And gave me
much.
another shirt. Don't do glam food.
Don't do it. But thank you so much, Rachel.
Anytime,
Thanks for
I love
cooking.
you.
Thanks for talking to everybody. We love you. Thank you for just flavoring our cooking.
We want everybody to season their food.
All right,
That's
make
all.
Make sure y'all follow, like, what do you do?
Yes, you can follow us on Facebook, Simply Savory by Rachel. Instagram, Simply Savory by Rachel, and Twitter is at Savory by Rachel.
Okay,
So
cool.
follow, give us a like, and a shout out.
Thank you very much.
See y'all later.